So, I know I got a decent amount of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players subscribed to me, so just curious of you guys who are Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, what do you think of the new ban list that's out? Do you think everyone should go kill themselves because Insectors and Windups didn't get nerfed, or like it because Plants got nerfed, or whatever? I'm whatever with it, but you know, that's just a thing. But anyways, hey guys, wow, we got a Yu-Yu match against the one and only BlameTruth, long-awaited rematch. You probably already saw this on his channel, but you get to see it from my perspective now, which is probably not as good for some reason, but I'll try and make it be as good. But anyways, like I said, it's a Yu-Yu match. I kind of just threw this team together because I jokingly challenged him to a match, and he's like, alright, you want a Yu-Yu? And I was like, okay. So I just kind of threw this shit together. Durant, blah, blah, blah. Offensive Porygon 2, which, by the way, if you never used it, you should fucking use it. Summon Champ, Scarf Chandelure, and then standard 2 Wall Dudes. His team is pretty standard too, except he isn't running as much of a stall basis as he could, because you know, is really stally, so I would have expecting a bit more of a stall basis, but he is a fairly offensive team barring the Snorlax, but otherwise it looks like he has a good offensive pace, so really the only things I'm gonna probably stress about too much, nothing like standing out too badly. I do notice lately I've been playing a lot of Blastoises, those annoy me, just because of team synergy, but otherwise for the most part, a lot of his guys, like, Heracross might give me a little bit of trouble, otherwise the rest of his guys shouldn't be too huge of a deal, just because we both have in general checks to each other, so we just got to make sure we play our checks right, and we should be good. But I'm predicting him to lead off with his Weavile or his Flygon, so I know Durant can easily take on both his leads. Also, I named every Pokemon on my team after Rich, because he has to be named after something, so I was like, I'll just name everything. So anyways, he led with Flygon, I got Durant. I know I have a chance of OHKOing him, and I know he can't OHKO me back, so I'm going to go right for X-Scissor. Unfortunately, though, I'm not able to take him out, so I probably needed Rocks damage there, but I have taken out a full health Flygon before, so basically, just fuck shit. Anyways, I went out to Gligar to take a Flygon hit, just in case he wanted to go for another one, but he went out to Blastoise knowing he could take a hit from my Durant, or just predict my switch out. So now I got to switch out, go into Porygon 2 to get the download boost, and then start going for some discharges. But I actually did predict to switch out and go for the Tri-Attack, because I know that'll hit anything on his team, since he has no Steel types, which both of us, wait, no, I do have a Steel type. I was going to say both of us don't have Steel types, so that's kind of a disadvantage to the both of us, but I do have a Steel type, so what am I talking about? It's not a good Steel type for Steel typeness, but it's still a Steel type. But anyways, he's going to lay up rocks. I'm going to go for another Tri-Attack. I unfortunately get the Paralyze. Now, it's unfortunate more for me, because I can take out his Mew easily with this Porygon anyways, but for later in the match, that Paralyze is not going to help me at all. So, that really backfired on me right there, so that's going to, again, it's going to really suck. So now he's going to go into Heracross. I need to keep this Porygon for later. It's one of the most important members of my team in general, so I'm going to go out to what is usually known as the obvious counter for Heracross, which is my, Gligar, but he goes for Swords Dance. I'm like, shit, alright, I need something to sack in case he predicts my switch out to Chandelure. Durant, you're a good sacking thing, because you're not going to do that much, even though I probably could have used it a bit, but oh well, I sacked it, it's dead, fucking whatever. Going to Chandelure, just need to go straight for Fire Blast. I don't want to overpredict, I need to try and get this thing out right away, because otherwise it's going to be a huge problem, because he got rid of my speediest thing other than this thing, so that's not exactly great. But now, he brings in Snorlax. It was kind of obvious, but at the same time, again, I had to play that safe move. I've played really safe this match. I just noticed that kind of sort of. But anyways, going to mid-champ just to take on the Snorlax. Now I can take a hit on the switch-in and then hit him with the Dynamic Punch. He's going to double switch, though, into his Heracross. I guess just plain predicting a switch out. But right here, I figure I can take a close combat and then possibly kill him with the Dynamic Punch. And I do take it, luckily enough, so that does work out for me. And then I get to hit him with the Dynamic Punch, which I'm hoping takes him out. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't because it is resisted. But I thought with the defense drop, maybe. But at least he's low, so I can do something with him later. But I'm just going to plain switch out because I don't want to take another hit. I don't want to risk the hacks, so I got to just get out of there. He's going to go into Blastoise to predict me to switch out to Gligar, I guess. But go into Gligar, and I'm like, okay, let's go back out to Porygon to hopefully try and hit this thing with a Discharge or even a Tri-Attack. Probably Discharge because that'll do more, but he's going to roar me back out to Machamp, and it's like, no! Luckily, though, Machamp resists the Stealth Rocks, so I can switch in to Stealth Rocks as much as I want. I just got to pick and choose when I switch into certain things. But now I'm going to go to my Lodic, fearing a Scald, just because I know he probably wants to get this Machamp out of the way, because without Machamp, I have no solid way of taking out his Snorlax, so he wants to try and get that out of the way straight away. I don't even know. He'll just want to get out of the way. So here I went for Scald, just predicting to switch out, not wanting to take a Toxic. And then he roars me into Chandelure, and I'm like, okay, then I'm just going to go for Energy Ball, because Chandelure, with his Heracross so low, I know I can do something with Gligar to it, so I shouldn't need Chandelure for the most part, so I'm just going to go for Energy Ball, try and get some damage off, plus I'm half predicting a Roar, but he decides to just go right for Scald, so that'll take out my Chandelure, which does kind of suck. But it wasn't going to be that useful in the long run anyways, so it's whatever. So now I'm going to go back into Porygon. Figure he's going to want to switch out, knowing I can take him out with another hit, and he can't really do too much to me. So, plus now he can't status me because of that Paralyze, so I guess it kind of helps me in the end, but it kind of hurts me in the end. But just going to go for the Recover Up right here. So, yeah, basically just to prepare for any of his guys, because none of his guys can actually OHKO me besides Heracross, but he doesn't want to switch into a hit. But I'm going to start going for Tri-Attacks to just try and hurt this thing a little bit. Scout at its set, because I don't want to bring this in case... Or I don't want to bring Machamp in on an off chance he does something weird. So I want to try and lure him into resting so I can see if he has Sleep Talk or not. I do get the burn on him, which, you know, he'll have rest. It won't really matter too much. But here he goes into Weavile, knowing he can maybe take a hit or possibly predicting my switch out. But I get Paralyzed, which means that I can't take it out this turn, which if I did hit it with a Tri-Attack, that means I would have hit it with this Tri-Attack too. And that means it would have been dead, which would have been great for later, but now it's not dead, so I'm going to have to work around that a little bit. I see he does lock himself into Low Kick, though. I figure he is banded. He's not going to be Focus Sash just because of the fact that he probably would have let off with it, played it a little bit differently because he might have had a Swords Dance or something, but here I know he's going to want to go to his Blastoise just to try and hit me, so I double switch out to my Lodic, and now what I want to do is go for Toxic. I need to status this thing ASAP. It is a huge annoyance just because he does have a lot of good switch initiatives and all that kind of stuff, so I'm just going to straight off Toxic, which goes off, and then he's just going to roar me out because he was like, maybe, I don't know what he's going to do. Roars me out into Machamp again. It's like, no! Why? It's not that it matters that much, but why can't you roar me into something more useful? God damn it, motherfucking son of a bitch! Basically. But now I'm like, okay, no, I can't stay in here. Why would you think I could stay in here? So I'm going to switch out to my Lodic, I believe. Pretty please. Yep, I do go to my Lodic. Why did I say pretty please to myself? You know, it wasn't a good advantage for me narrating to name all my Pokemon Rich. It really isn't. But, yeah, I gotta switch out now. It'll die from another Toxic hit, so I might as well just go out to Gligar just to quick, take a close combat, and then it can die to whatever comes in as Death Fodder, so I get Switch Initiative, so I might as well do that, because Gligar isn't the most useful thing in the world. I've kind of learned that. It's just kind of like, oh, take a couple hits, oh wait, you get whatever. But anyways, he's going to go into Weavile. He's just going to go for Night Slash, figuring that can take me out, and then that can hit all my guys for neutral damage, except for Machamp, but Machamp is too low to come in, so that's whatever. So now I'm going to go into my Lodic. I figure I am max defense. I should be able to take the Night Slash okay and hopefully recover up. So really I'm just going to gauge damage right here, figure out what I can and can't do. It doesn't do that much, so what I can do is I can just keep covering up, and then hopefully in the following turns after I get back up to close to full, I should be able to take it out, but I do recover more than he's dealing, so that's a pretty nice thing because he hits me down there to about a bit under half, but now I can recover up, get almost to full, and then really I'm in a safe zone right here, so I should just be able to start scalding this thing if I really want to, which I'm going to want to because this thing is annoying, but he's going to go back into Blastoise knowing I'm going to want to scald or recover. Either way, he gets Blastoise in, and that means he'll probably have the Toxic, so he'll probably want to go for that just to at least wear down my Lodic a little bit. He will give me the defense boost, which all the guys on his team left after this Blastoise are physical, but it'll help to wear me down a little bit more than it could if I wasn't Toxic or whatever. So I go for HP Grass here, does a decent chunk, and he's, again, just going to Toxic me, which, oh boy, Toxic, woo. So now, he gets hit down a little bit by Toxic, which he'll be left with just a little tiny fucking sliver. So I'm like, okay, in case he randomly wants to switch out for no fucking reason at all, I'm going to Scald. It really doesn't matter either way, because I'll take him out no matter what. So that is a dead Blastoise. So that's kind of cool, I guess. So now what he's going to do is he's going to go into his Snorlax in a second, and I'm going to speed it up like fuck, because this part is really stally, because what I'm really trying to accomplish here is, first of all, going to Rich, like, or not Rich, just going to Porygon, get recovers going, and then, yeah, just kind of get back up to full, and then scout his set. See if he has a Sleep Talk or has a Curse. If he has Sleep Talk, I need to plan better when I bring him Machamp. If he has Curse, then I should just be able to switch him Machamp after he rests. But the problem is that I'm facing right now is I don't know if he's just baiting to not have the sleep talk, or if he just has a curse but isn't using it yet for some reason, just because he's predicting Machamp. So, like I said, I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck he is. So now I'm going to go back into my Lodic, because that can take the hits a little bit better. Plus, that might bait out the curse a bit better. Plus, I want to get that burn going again, because I'm not doing too much to him. So I get the burn going right away, and I see the curse. I'm like, alright, I just got to plan out for when he rests. But I don't want my Lodic to take too much damage from that Toxic, so I do have to switch back out to Porygon. And then I think it's next turn he finally goes for rest. Yep, he goes for rest this turn, which means, alright, I can end the stall roll right here. Hit him with a Tri-Attack, which got the special attack boost because he got all the curses up. So that's kind of nice. But now what I can do, go into Machamp and fire off a couple dynamic punches. He doesn't want to sack anything else right now, so he can bring this back in later. It would be no use at all. And his other guys are a bit more useful right now. So I'm just going to fire off that dynamic punch. Does an awesome chunk. It's a 2 KO, so that means this Snorlax is going the fuck down. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it is a 2 KO, so that means it will go down to 2 dynamic punches, and that is a dead Snorlax. And that is pretty awesome. So now all he has left is Flygon and Weavile, and we'll see what he switches in, which will be Flygon. I'm like, okay, well, let's see what he locks himself into. Outrage. Alright, I can go into my Lodic. It is poison, so I do get that defense boost. So I can just go in, take a hit. Don't feel like recovering, because I feel like I should be able to take it well enough, and then take the Weavile's Night Slash, just judging from before. So, just going to fire off a Scald, and since he hit me down to there, I know Weavile was only doing, like, a bit under 50%, and since I have the Marvel Scale now, it should do nothing to me. So, he's just going to bring in this thing. That should be game, because Scald should be able to take him out. I should be able to take a Night Slash, and that will make it be the match. But he scores a crit on me, which is like, ugh! So now we gotta leave it all to fucking hacks. So, here, BlameTruth came up with this idea. He's like, alright, let's leave you guys in suspense. Tomorrow we're going to post the full result of what happened in this final move. Now, we want you guys to post down in the comments below what you think happens. Do you think I'm going to win, or do you think he's going to win? The possibilities are this. He could crit me with Weavile, and then just quick kill me. He could just 2 KO me with Night Slash, and then I could get paralyzed. I could not get paralyzed and then just try attack him and live the attack, or just, you know, there's a ton of possibilities. We want to know what you guys think in the comments below, so leave a comment what you think it is, and we'll show you guys tomorrow, and I'll conclude the battle tomorrow. So until then, LP powered up later, blah blah blah, etc 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 etc. Comment, sub, and later guys.